Hey, what's up Aquamigos? Welcome to another pond video. Over here we have a package that we need to open up. Today we're going to do some more digging down in the middle of the pond for the bottom drain, and then hopefully start digging a trench in this direction for the plumbing and get that situated like to the other side of this wall. I'll explain more as I get started, but for now I think it's best to just go ahead and get to work. Here I have some root barrier that I ordered from Home Depot. It costs about $40, and I bought it to help me manage some of the roots from this lemon tree right here. Originally, I was quite concerned about the roots from this tree, but after doing some research and talking to some people, I feel like it's not actually going to be as big of a problem as I originally thought it was going to be, but I am going to still try to take care of some roots with that root barrier that are coming up on the inside of the pond wall. So let's go ahead and get started with this now.
Okay guys, it's voiceover time. So what I'm doing right here is I'm just measuring my pond so that I can find the center, because that's where the bottom drain is going to need to go, and I'm just marking it with some spray paint. And then I just drew a straight line in the direction that I would like my plumbing to go in. And then over here I'm just bringing out my trusty hammer drill, and that's going to help me bust up the dirt at the bottom of the pond. The ground down there was really hard, so this thing like really helps out. If you have hard ground where you live and you're planning on doing some digging, I strongly recommend getting one of these. The one I have wasn't too expensive. I think it was around $90, and then the chisel attachment for it I think was under $20 if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it definitely made this a lot easier. I actually wish I bought it a lot sooner when I was doing the digging for my pond, but unfortunately I didn't. Now, on another note, over the past couple of weeks, I definitely have not been as consistent with my uploads as I would have liked to. And the reason is just because I was at this point where I really didn't know what to do next. I kept on going down the rabbit hole of doing research on how I was going to do my filtration, how I needed to do my bottom drain and the plumbing. And I kind of just got into this cycle of doing research, drawing out plans, then changing my mind, and making videos of my pond was kind of just put on the back burner. But I finally got to this point where I decided, well, you know what? I know for a fact that I need to do this bottom drain and I need to do the plumbing. Once I have that finished, I could figure out the rest of the filtration after. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. And I think I might have mentioned it briefly in another video, but I am going to be going with the 4-inch aerated bottom drain. You guys are right, originally I was contemplating going with a 3-inch bottom drain. So I'm going to need to dig a trench big enough for that 4-inch pipe and also the air line, and I'll need to tunnel those through to go to the outside of the pond.
So I don't know exactly how deep or big my hole for the bottom drain needs to be because I don't have the bottom drain yet, but I think it probably needs to be probably double the depth that I have right now. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and start doing the trench now. From what I understand, my pipes going from the bottom drain through here are going to need to be leveled and going straight across from the bottom drain, and then they'll come up at a 90-degree angle on the other side of this wall.
You may notice that my strategy for using the hammer drill is to rock the hammer drill back and forth as I'm drilling into the ground, and that really helps with loosening up the dirt. If you were to just drill straight down, you would kind of just get a really narrow gap into the ground and it really wouldn't loosen anything up. Also, I just wanted to mention right now that I'm not actually going to finish this dig in this video. It's probably going to take me a couple days to get it all sorted out. But I think the main thing is that I kind of have an idea of what I'm doing now. It was also really hot outside this day, so I had to wait until later in the afternoon to start digging. By the way, I've also been trying to get a sponsor for this bottom drain, and unfortunately I haven't been able to get one, but I did get an offer from Evolution Aqua. They said that they would send me 2 pond bombs if I bought their bottom drain. So that's one that I'm kind of contemplating. The other bottom drain that I'm actually leaning towards a bit more is the Rhino 2 with air. It's a little bit less expensive than the Evolution Aqua bottom drain. And I think I've also seen the Pond Digger use the Rhino 2 with air, so I am kind of leaning a bit more in that direction. At this point, I'm still open to suggestions, but those 2 bottom drains are kind of the front runners at this point. If you have any opinions on this matter, feel free to let me know in the comments below. Also, like I said earlier, how I've been changing my mind a lot recently. Originally, I was saying how I wasn't going to do a skimmer on this pond, but then I was recommended this 2-inch skimmer, I believe. I'll go ahead and throw a picture of it up on the screen. And the cool thing about this skimmer is that it doesn't need to be like attached to a wall or anything like that. It kind of is like a standalone unit. So I think I'm actually going to get that skimmer for my pond. I think originally I was saying I was going to get one of those floating skimmers, but the cool thing about this new one that I've been looking at is that this skimmer is going to be gravity fed, similar to how the bottom drain's gravity fed. So I think I am going to go with this one.
Alright guys, the ground down there is so hard, it's taking a lot of effort to dig into. This is how much I've gotten done so far. Slowly but surely we are getting there. I know on camera it doesn't look like I did too much. But anyways guys, I'm just gonna clean this up right here, and that'll probably be it for today, because it is gonna be dark pretty soon. Alright Aquamigos, so the next step is going to be to buy that bottom drain and then buy the skimmer, figure out what size everything needs to be dug out to, install those pieces, and yeah, we'll be on our way. And just real quick, as usual, I have some shout outs for the Aquamigos. I have a shout out for Raul Campa, Silent Silver, Sleepy Girl, ZZZ, Tim's and Liam's Koi Reptiles, Turtles and Fishies, Martine's Koi Pond and Garden, Concord, Keeping It Koi, Daniel Sobrera, Westcliff Koi Pond, and Louis de Silva. Thank you guys so much for your support. I really appreciate it. If anybody watching this would like a shout out in my next video, all you have to do is go down to the comments below and comment something with the word Aquamigo in it. If you guys would like to help me out, I'd really appreciate it. If you went down there and gave this video a like, that would really help me out. And if you're not yet subscribed, make sure you go down there and hit that subscribe button and also that bell notifications button to see more of my pond progress. Also, make sure to follow me on Instagram. I'll put my handle right here. It's @YT_Tobias, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Peace.